What a game of just absolute domination by the Philadelphia Eagles. That was the most impressive win I've ever seen in a Super Bowl, especially against a team that won back-to-back championships in the Kansas City Chiefs. A team that went 15-1 in the regular season. A team with probably the second greatest quarterback now after this game of all time. If he won this game, people would have been calling him the greatest quarterback of all time, but now he's the second greatest quarterback of all time for a while. Until he wins about 3 more Super Bowls, he is the second greatest quarterback of all time. That was offense, defense, special teams masterclass. I am currently recording this in the 4th quarter of a Super Bowl, where these are the 2 best teams coming out of the conference. Coming out of the respective conferences, these are supposed to be the 2 best teams, and I'm recording this in the 4th quarter, and it's 40-6 Philadelphia. I mean, the question was Jalen Hurts, was he going to be able to be a quarterback? Was he going to be able to complete the ball? Was he going to be able to complete the plays he needs to complete? And was Saquon going to be able to dominate again? And not only was Jalen Hurts the better quarterback in this matchup of one-sided quarterbacks, this quarterback matchup is pretty one-sided coming into this game. And Jalen Hurts made it not one-sided. He made it one-sided. One-sided the other direction. I mean, and the other question was, Saquon going to continue his dominance in the playoffs? 25 carries, 57 yards. They slowed him down. If you told me the Chiefs were going to hold Saquon to 2 yards per carry damn near, okay, they're going to win the game. Nope. That pressure from Vic Fangio was absolutely insane. He had Patrick Mahomes overthinking everything. He couldn't complete easy throws because he just had the pressure in the back of his mind. And he made Patrick Mahomes look like Matt Moore. Alright, he looked like a deer in the headlights. And Jalen Hurts was able to just counter the blitz from Spagnuolo easy. Up the middle run, easy. Currently 72 rushing yards. He probably end the game with that. Because this game is over. And the Eagles are the 2025 Super Bowl champions. Simple as that. I mean, Mahomes, maybe you think Mahomes, maybe he can get something going after half. 24-0. Nope. Complete dominance by the Eagles. Bombed Devontae Smith. Just couldn't get anything going. Eagles just stopping them. Mahomes threw a pick 6 Cooper Jean. Then the second drive after that, Zach Bond pick in the red zone. And that's pretty much all she wrote in the first half. 24-0 at half. Terrible halftime show. It was good. I like the story they told. Was he going to play it? Was he not going to play? Not like us. But then at the end, it got better at the end. The beginning was too slow and it felt quiet. This halftime show just felt quiet. Patrick Lamar, good artist, but I didn't like the halftime show. Definitely has been better in the last years. J-Lo, Shakira is still the best one. And then the Snoop Dogg one. And then Rihanna, and then Usher. And then this one. This one's the last out of the last 5. But the Chiefs, man. The Chiefs just scored. Who scored for the Chiefs? Who do you think it was? Yes, Patrick Mahomes' DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins scored a touchdown. 12-40 Chiefs. Insane. Jalen Hurts, he threw a pick early in the game and was able just to easily bounce back off of that. Easy bounce back. And that was it. I mean, Patrick Mahomes couldn't get going early. He had, 50 passing yards in the first half, probably. What really killed him was DeAndre Hopkins dropping the ball before half. He thought they could have scored right there, maybe cut the lead to 21. Cut the deficit to 21. Maybe score a touchdown, cut the deficit to 17. Nope, DeAndre Hopkins drops a wide open ball, gets stumbled up. Xavier Worthy had a big game, 170 yards and a touchdown. He was the main producer in that drive they had to score their first touchdown. The only drive they had that looked good and gave them some hope. And they completed the 2-point conversion. Who did they go to? 2-point. Justin Watson. 14-40 Eagles. Maybe the Chiefs come back. Yeah, right. Eagles, great game all around. Kellen Moore, he had his eye on the prize. He does not have his eye on the Saints job in New Orleans. He's in New Orleans. You thought maybe he'll get distracted from this big talk of taking the head coaching job, taking the next step. Nope, he had his eye on the Super Bowl, and he got it. The Eagles, they were the better team coming in. They were the better roster coming in for sure. But the question was Hurts versus Mahomes, and Hurts versus the Blitz. And my prediction was Chiefs are going to win because Hurts from what I've watched, has been terrible against the blitz. The Rams, they got to him with the blitz. And the Chiefs, what's their main thing on defense? Blitz, blitz, blitz. Well, guess what? He countered the blitz, threw dimes, and did the whole thing. That was it. AJ Brown, I don't know why he's getting mad. Also, he also got mad in the middle of the game. I don't know. I wouldn't want to play like AJ Brown on my team. He's getting mad after they're up, 17? Like, what are you doing here, AJ Brown? This is the Super Bowl. Saquon's not getting mad because he can't get anything going. And AJ Brown got a touchdown and got things going. But they don't really need anything going. It's a smoke show. This was an all-time shit and disappointing performance by a dynasty team. This was terrible. It looked like the Buccaneers versus Chiefs game, where the better defense, just absolutely dominated. And this is an unstoppable defense, and it just solidified themselves as one of the best defenses of all time. I mean, this was insane. People were comparing this game to Seahawks versus Patriots. The Patriots stay in it. They get a late, fortunate turnover against and they played a good defense. They played an all-around better team, but they just had Tom Brady. This was a completely different story. I mean, this team was absolute domination. It's absolute domination. 3 turnovers for the Chiefs, 21 first downs to 11 for the Eagles, and they just got probably 5 on this last drive. And then 345 total yards to the Eagles to KC's 225. This game was over. This game was over in the first 2 quarters. It was a pretty boring Super Bowl, if I'm being honest. I wanted the Chiefs to win because I didn't want the Eagles to win, to be honest, but I don't care who wins. I just want the Dolphins to win, even have my Chiefs colors on. Go Cats. But Jalen Hurts, he proved everybody wrong. He's going to win Super Bowl MVP, so let me say it now. Eagles 2025 champs, Jalen Hurts Super Bowl MVP. If he doesn't win Super Bowl MVP, I don't know who else can. He's going to win Super Bowl MVP. So, yeah. Eagles 2025 champs. Vic Fangio, why couldn't you do this with the Dolphins, man? Vic Fangio, that is really the MVP. I think Vic Fangio should win Super Bowl MVP. That is simple as that. Vic Fangio should win Super Bowl MVP. That defense held Patrick Mahomes, sacked him 6 times, turned the ball over twice. Or was it 3 times because he fumbled? And then had a touchdown. 2 touches because of Zach Boss set him up in the red zone. 3 touchdowns, I think. Or 3 scores. 207 yards in the Super Bowl. A lot of these yards coming in the second half. The game was practically over. And rushing yards held them to 50 total rushing yards. Pacheco to 7. Hunt to 9. And Mahomes had to do it all with 25. But he got sacked so much, they would have negative rushing yards if this was college football. College football, they count the sacks, so it's negative yards. So they would be in the negative 50s at this rate. The only person that did anything was Xavier Worthy. Now we get to see if Travis Kelce after this game retires. I think he does. He looked pretty slow, honestly. I mean, he bumped into Kareem Hunt early in the game. He just looked slow. He just dropped the ball. He just looked very slow. Didn't look like himself. Didn't really get going. He has 40 yards, but he looked very slow. He did look very slow. Mahomes looked very slow also. Mahomes looked rattled. He got rattled very, 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 very fast. And that was able to affect him the whole entire game. The Eagles walk away with a win. Congratulations to Philly. Super Bowl 2026 prediction early right here. The Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are going to win 2026 Super Bowl. I said that last year. You said the year before, the year before, the year before. But this year's our year, I promise. Congrats, Philly.